This weekend, Luminosity makes moves Miami happen in Miami, Florida. It was a pretty stacked event featuring 6 of our summer top 10 being Zayn, Hbox, Mango, Wizzy, Sunsei, and Jmook. Before I get any further, can you just take a moment to subscribe? It's free and you can always unsub later. Now, let's get into the bracket. In pools, there's only one upset that really affected the bracket, but it was a huge one. In the winner's side top 32 qualifier, Equilateral would face his toughest opponent yet in Mango. However, with some sloppy plays and probably not being sober, the greatest player of all time would lose 3-2 in an upset factor of 7. Mango would be very discouraged and DQ from the whole event, finishing at a relatively mediocre 33rd. There was also one smaller upset with Lucky, who did very well at the last major, losing to Gatsu, then Jude, also for 33rd. Everything in top 32 winners round 1 went to seeding, with the only player who didn't make it to winners quarters winners side being Mango, who as mentioned earlier bowed out at 33rd. Everything leading into top 8 went pretty much to seeding, with Zayn, Hbox, and Aklo, who were all seeded to make top 8 through winners, doing so. Wizzy would replace Mango, taking the 3rd seed slot for himself as the 6th seed. 6 of the top 8 seeds would make it to top 8, with besides Mango only Joshman falling to Fiction in the losers top 8 qualifier. However, things would get pretty crazy in top 8, with the 1 and 2 seeds being knocked into losers and winners semis, leaving winners finals to be Aklo versus Wizzy. And honestly, I thought Zayn couldn't win at this point because everyone in his path seemed to have a decent chance of beating him. Leading up to that, Sunsei knocked out Jmook at 7th and Kurdo would do the same to Fiction. However, they would both immediately be stopped at 5th, with Sunsei losing to Hbox and Kurdo falling to Zayn. Going into loser semis, I was very excited as Hbox and Zayn had a very close edge just a month ago at Wavelength. However, my expectations weren't met, with Zayn swiftly 3-0ing Hbox. Winners finals had Aklo versus Wizzy, and they were both hungry for it. Aklo has never won a major, and Wizzy hasn't since Main Stage 2021. However, they would put up a shockingly terrible display with a lot of SDs, but ultimately Aklo would take it 3-1. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I missed losers finals, so I'm just gonna say what happened. Zayn 3-1 to Wizzy, and from the tiny parts I did see, it really didn't look close. I definitely thought it could go either way, but with Aklo having 3-1 to Zayn in winners semis, the stage was set for his first major win. Then Grand Final Set 1 happened. Aklo got 3-1'd. Then Grand Final Set 2 happened. Aklo got 3-0'd. Yeah, I know I hyped up Aklo in the last recap video, but this is still progress. Taking a set off Zayn is no small deal, and I'm willing to John for Aklo and say it was likely his nerves, since he has never had a performance this good, plus with him coming off a Zayn one, he was probably thinking about just closing it out. He's definitely gonna be one of the biggest players to keep an eye on going into the last few weeks of the season and going into next season. But that's all for this video. Thanks for watching to the end, and goodbye.